Hi everybody, this is a quick orientation tutorial about the sound engine parameters. For more details I would suggest you to take a look to the manual. In this video I would like more to give you some tips and tricks and guide you to experiment, try, tweak, find your own sound and your playing technique. SWAM is not a sample library, so the sound engine can be modeled, can be shaped to create different sounds from jazzy, classical, ethnic sounds. So let's take a look in the different categories that we have on the main screen. Of course, the expression is the main parameter that manages the dynamics of the instruments and should be mapped to an expressive controller. Otherwise, SWAM will not be able to play. On the other hand, we have the mute control that changes the distance of the mutes when the mute is applied to the bell. And in the play modes, we have the parameters that are affecting more the style of playing. Also, the style of transition and variation during the performance. For example, the valve, amount, or speed are affecting the interaction and the movement of the valves. The pipe model can select between valves and slides. And this is very curious because you can create a trumpet with a slide behavior, because even if maybe there is no a real instrument made in with a slide, we wanted to provide this feature to the entire brass family to allow our creators to build their own sound, even if there is no direct real instrument connected or related to that parameter. Let's take a look, for example, the timbre section. In the timbre section, the bell resonance can change, of course, the bell resonance, but also it is a parameter that can be related to the mic positioning. The breath noise changes the amount of noise of the breath. The dirtiness is a parameter that can change the effects, the results of the lips model and noises on the final sounds. And as we will see in the dedicated video of the mute's cap size and tone changes the material of the mute and the brightness of the mute as well. The dynamic sensitivity, it is another important parameter because drastically changes the behavior and the sounds. If, for example, you put the sound with a low value, the result on the sound will be a jazzy, intimate sound. If you put the value to the top, the result will be a very open sound, very strong sound with a full dynamic range that is very useful in orchestral sounds, cinematic, with big and wide dynamic excursions. Pitch menu is more for master tuning but has useful micro-tuning features. The advanced section is a collection of fine-tuned parameters. Another thing to consider is that the SWAM engine is very powerful and provides you endless possibility to create your own sound, but also it is an expressive instrument, and the way you play it changes the final results. So it's really important to have a musical idea in mind and perform with a good expressivity using the expression pedal, for example, or connecting an external controller to manipulate the expression, but not only the vibrato, or other parameters that you can easily map with the external controller mapping feature. But also, when you interact directly on a keyboard, for example, there are subtle differences that can end up with different results in the sounds. For example, if you play staccato, or legato, changes the way you control the instrument. With staccato, the notes are independent, but when you play legato, you get a portamento between the start note and the ending note, and the velocity affects the portamento speed. Take a look. Also, when you apply the vibrato, there's a different amounts can create different results. This is a vibrato. But if I move the slider on the top, I can get a shake. So, choose your favorite controller, experiment with the parameters, try to understand the instrument reaction like you do with a real instrument and have fun.